Yeah, I, I feel sorry for the boys. We lost the game that we were more on the front foot, and yeah, those things happened. Sometimes you lose because of
Our next match will be
the
between
penalties and
the
whatever.
Brave Warriors of
But
Namibia
I
and
was
Sikap Senmigati
I thought
of the
maybe
Swati.
we
Kicking off
did well
exactly at 6
because
p.m.
we managed first half to close the second line, which South Africa is so good in the midfield. Then we tried almost 45 minutes to close the second line, of which they didn't have pockets to go through. Yeah, it's a game of football. You lose, you win, you draw some. But I think sometimes they have soft spot on the South Africans. You just give them some of the dubious decisions. Yes, I'll go check what happened, and I will I'll now look forward for the game Namibia. We are playing Tuesday. If at all there was a mistake, I mean, in terms of penetration passes that I saw one or two to work, try to be compact, and look forward to win that one which is coming. But it will never easy, more especially when playing your neighbors. It's always tough. But I can't complain. It's just a matter of going back and see where to rectify so that we become a good team. To lose?
To lose your defender.
That's why I'm saying I'll go check what happened. Because for me, I don't think was a penalty and a red card. I don't see it like that. It could be a penalty, but not a red card. Because he didn't deny him. He didn't deny him scoring opportunity. The ball was there. That player could have scored that goal. It was there. So unless you pull the jersey and is one against the goalkeeper, that's when we can say it was a fair penalty. But I don't want to dwell much on that. I lost a player, one of the key players in my defense. As you can see, we have another boy who went back home, the captain Tato Kibui. He's breathing home there. So now it was only Kopelang as a key player there. And we lost him again. And it's going to be tough. But we look. I don't give up. I've got so many players to convert. But in terms of the leadership there, I think we are, we are doomed. Of course, yes, we are doomed. No, the sub was okay. You see now, we brought 3 young boys, and exactly what I told them to do, that was a goal. Yes, they were on the front foot, even if after the red card, we still kept going forward, trying to to look for those pockets, facilitate a lot of scoring opportunities. We could have scored 1 or 2. There's a header there that we could have scored, and yeah, sometimes it's all about positioning when you get to the final third. How do you place that ball? Where is the goalkeeper? So yeah, the young boys played well. I'm happy with their performance, and going forward, I think we have a strong team, a blend of young and senior boys. Yes, I know the boy. Also, I respect him. He's our champion home there, and I know his plan. I know how many systems can apply against us, and we planned well properly. We knew, because we did know if not this is this, if not this is this. That's why I said first and foremost, the first half there was no pockets for them to play. We just let them play defense, 2 central, and then we wanted them to do what? To play that long, and which it was happening. And it was simpler for us and to, to dictate whatever he wants to do. Yeah, so we know Morena is our boy, and a coach there improving our boys there. And we are happy because we managed to hold him the way we wanted to, even if they won the game. No, it cannot give Morena advantage. It would rather give us advantage. That's why we did everything for Morena to not penetrate until that penalty. You get me? And a red card. Now we are unbalanced. You get me? We are unbalanced. Where we were, stretching them to play those crisscross or the vertical passes. Now we are no longer, we are thin in defense. That's why he managed to score the second goal. But otherwise, without that penalty, that red card, I'm not seeing him, winning the game.
Look, this is a tournament, and in a tournament, there will always be a difference between maybe us and other countries, because when they play against us, it's a fact. There will always be that motivation to do well against us. And it is also good for us to try and raise the bar when such things happen. And honestly speaking, from pre-training preparations and pre-match talks, we knew that this match is not going to be an easy one. When you play somebody that just need a draw to eliminate you, so you must understand that they will do whatever it takes to make sure that they drop deep and block areas where you would want to play. And I think that was the first thing that they did, deny us space so that we can't play where we want to play. Secondly, there are areas which really I think we delayed to utilize, especially the width, because they were allowing us to release Lyle as well as Mokhaila. But the biggest challenge was delivering to those areas. We were a bit delaying, and sometimes I think what we got when we brought in Letswalo, when Reiners was committing them or attracting them short, we were able to get the space behind. So those are some of the things that I think we needed, and we got them especially in the second half. No, we wanted to change the formation. So when we changed the formation, there were two things which we were trying to think of: push him back as a right full back, and then bring in somebody who can go into the half space, because before we score a goal, they were starting to drop too deep, and that we needed some people or some players who can use the space in front of them, especially when we have the ball. You could see that Rowan had already used a lot of energy, so we needed somebody who can come in. But look, sometimes when you look at what Sean is giving you, you ended up saying, is it not too early to take him out? Because when you don't have the ball, Sean is there to give you the balance in defense. When you have the ball, Sean is there to give you numbers in the offensive zones, which I think he did it so well up until he got a goal. But again, I think we need to be honest. As technical team, we had to be very patient with these guys, because some of them, like I'm saying, in their second match, maybe after maybe 2 months, so the confidence is not yet there. But I think, honestly speaking, tactically, we're superior today. Football is so funny. You get goals because of the combination play, the connection and cohesion between the midfielders and the offensive players. And you also get the very same goals with connection and cohesion between defense, midfield, and strikers. So it simply says when a centre-back has the ball, he shouldn't only get an option in the midfield, but he must also get an option up front. So I think those are some of the things that we really need to understand, that we are under pressure. We are playing to win, And we are also trying to build confidence and believe that we can do well. And at the same time, there will be a lot of errors during this period. If you remember, towards the end of the match, we got an opportunity where Spatlela was in the box. He took a shot. Unfortunately, Sean missed the ball. So those are some of the things that will happen. But the most important thing is that there are two ways of winning in a tournament. You win to build confidence. You win to build belief. And when you win to build belief, it's from matches like the match we have just played now, where we know that it was difficult to win it, but we forced to get the result. So for me, I'm not worried about the number of opportunities we are creating and missing, and not maybe creating more. But I'm happy that there's more of a progress that we see. And if we can be consistent, at the end of the tournament, we'll look back and smile. I think to some extent we manage it well because we did not change how we were playing while they still had numbers. But the only thing that I think we did also, we ended up being cautious as the technical team to say, as much as now the game is open, as much as they're throwing numbers and they are exposing gaps behind, we need also to control the central space. That is why we introduced Patlela. He's a center back, but we needed someone tall, someone strong aerial to block those long balls which they wanted to play. So I think I will say, being the first victory and manage the 2-1 under pressure, playing against people who are forcing, throwing everything at you, and you manage to withstand that pressure and get the result, I'm happy.
What's going
on? I think for us is to play for 3 points. And playing for 3 points, you don't even, now it's in our hands. We don't have to think of how they will play in this match, how will they play in the last match. It's now in our hands. We need to make sure that we collect maximum points if we want to win the tournament. If we can start thinking about playing a draw, then it simply means that we reduce or we drop the level we have set for ourselves. So I think it will be very important for us to build momentum and get the 3 points in the next match. No, let's be honest. Supporters in South Africa, when you do well, they support and they love you. When you make mistakes, they tend to lose patience and start booing you. It is expected. But as a player, when things like this happens, that's where you say, before this tournament, I was this good. So just 45 minutes can't make me a bad player. Unfortunately, maybe reasons of substituting Tseho might be different from what people saw, and reasons for playing Tseho might be different from what people think. When we played Tseho, we needed someone that can hold. But when we started to be desperate, that's when we said we no longer need someone that can hold, because it makes their line more stronger. We need to penetrate and provoke that line more. So for us to do that, we needed someone that can run. That is why we had to bring in Letsoalo. Let's be honest, Letsoalo, some people were criticizing him in the previous match because he missed chances. So it's football. Tseho will come back and score a goal. The very same people who were criticizing him will start to clap hands for him. So let's understand it's football. Supporters just want to see the team winning. It doesn't matter who scored and what. But what they want is for you to go out there and do your best. Tseho is a professional player. He knows that there will always be pressure, especially from supporters. But us as coaches, it's important for us to give him support and make sure that not only him, all the players, they need our support so that they remain consistent.